what's happening, Wound Warriors? I wanted to come at you and do a little check-in today. We got some footage here in a second of how things are doing on my leg. But I wanted to give you some good news and some bad news. The bad news is I'm probably not going to be doing too many more of these pyoderma gangrenosum check-in videos. The good news is because it's healing. So I'm healing up and my wound is almost closed, as you'll see here in a moment. But yeah, things are getting cleaned up, and I'm looking like I'm going to be in good condition for this hiking season. So that's making me pretty happy. Here to come, hopefully if I get a chance, we're going to go ahead and do some videos on some gear that I've had for a while and show you guys some new gear that I'm changing over to. Well, alrighty folks, I'm going to jump on a bus here in a second, so we'll catch up to you here in a few. Alrighty guys, here's the ABD bandage. I've been using the same sort of ABD bandages from the beginning. Just got it taped down in the window pane sort of fashion here. Just peel these back nice and slowly because we don't want to tear any good growth out. There we are. I got that Mepitel 1 sticky side down at the moment because there's not an awful lot of wound left so much. You can see all the yellow and brown tissue there. It's kind of a scab over tissue for the most part. And that's kind of dry and crusty, unfortunately. Let's get this Mepitel out of here. Nice and gentle. And there you go. You can see there's not an awful lot of wound left. It's filled in quite a bit. Healing up pretty nicely in my opinion. You can still see some of the discoloration around the wound site, and it's awful dry and irritated obviously. There's a little better light for you guys. Get some of this out of here. And like I said, it's healing up pretty nice. I got a feeling I'm going to be good to go for this coming hiking season. Here's the Dakins. That got me back using this to soak out some of the overburden. I guess the yellow tissue that grows in the wound bed is just kind of like bacterial overgrowth. And cleaning it out, you know, helps it heal up nice. Helps it heal up faster. Get the slough out of the way the good tissue can grow. Well, we're going to go ahead and soak a little piece of the gauze sponge in the Dakins and then stash that on the wound there and give it 10 minutes or so. We'll see you guys back here in a few. Alrighty, let's get that Dakins out of there. And you can see the wound bed is a little bit fresher looking. Less of that yellow overburden in the wound bed itself, making way for fresh new tissue to grow, which is what we want. Here's what that bandage looked like. I get that collagen plus whatever discharge comes out of the wound kind of gets stuck in the bandage there. Well, we're just going to snip a few pieces of that Promogran and lay it in the wound bed here where there still is wound bed. If you look above the piece I just laid there, you can see the section that's healed in pretty well. So here's the Mepitel again. We're going to go ahead and cut about a quarter of a sheet now instead of a half a sheet, because we're not really using so much to cover so much wound. Since it's closing up, we can get away with using less materials. Here, I want to show you guys a good look at that Hypafix tape that I've been using. They sent me a whole roll of this stuff, and I just cut it off in sections as I need it to tape down the bandage on my leg. It's kind of a fabric-y tape that's stretchy in one direction but not in the other. Comes with the sort of release tape on the back in two different pieces. It's called Hypafix. That's what they sent me. That's what I've been using. Works pretty good. I don't think it irritates the skin, and I don't believe that it is the reason for the dryness in the skin there. I think it's just because I got the thing covered under a bandage 24/7. So here we take the same old bandage we've been making from the get-go, basically. Lay the Mepitel down on the ABD pad, stick it down on a half-peeled piece of the tape, and we lay the whole ensemble, if you will, down over the wound. That leaves us this little tab here, and we just peel that off pretty flat. Call that good. Put on my compression wrap and call it a day. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you on down the trail.